Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
What up, man?
Started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
What up, Blue?
This will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You ain't no real Steeler.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
Now looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Oh, man. Bounce back.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Yeah. You know, you get that extra for that kid. If you got a baby, nigga, you get that 1,400 for them too.
A good run,
regardless of that.
First, here's 2nd and 3.
That's good.
From the gun, this will be McFarland.
Yeah.
And he'll get it up to the
33-yard
line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Right,
Uncle Joe.
Going here, but those kind of runs,
that nigga ain't sleepy right now. He woke, nigga.
Offense going forward.
No matter how old they is, right? That's unemployment.
First and 10 now from
We're gonna collect that too. Let's go. Collect it all. Do it.
Now a run with McFarland. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
That shit, yeah.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with McFarland. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
We're scoreless after 1.
What up, Jan?
50-yard line.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Not sure. Sam is mad. Some other shit.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
Oh, they made me go backwards. That's trash.
The 20. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Running with McFarland. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Online. We running garbage ass plays right here.
2nd and goal from the 1. Big Ben going to take it himself. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Ben Roethlisberger keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, and Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh yeah, AJ.
On him and he pulls it in.
These niggas don't know what's going on.
Well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. Now Joe Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Fucking peasant.
McFarland running out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for the first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
Now Ben on third and long. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Man,
so here's a first and 10 at the 38. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Steelers.
Ground, it's McFarland. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Come on,
time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
That could have been a fumble. That could have been a fumble.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
You said what? Against who? Who? Oh, say something.
They begin the drive with McFarland. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. McFarland once more. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
I'm playing online. Man. This nigga just keep running wide receiver reverses and shit.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Roethlisberger keeps it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's McFarland. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Again, McFarland. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Big Ben going to take it himself. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Yeah.
Handoff, it's McFarland. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, they'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 14-yard line. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is McFarland.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Be like Ciabatta. You ain't come on my screen like that.
Chris Boswell
no energy. No energy in your voice, man.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there, move the chains. 1st down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Burrow going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Wow.
And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the...
take another L. Designer